you living the Delaware Beach lifestyle? You can't live at the beach and do nothing. This up-and-coming year-round area has lots to offer. Find out where to eat, play, and serve. Living the ultimate dream. Dig it? Subscribe and tell a friend.
We got Erik Schreiber in the house. Custom Fit 360, Rev 360, 360 Fitness and Bar. So You are rocking it, serving the community. You got so many people that you're impacting, man. Every time we're on social media, we are seeing you like just rocking out, man, just impacting people's lives. Everyone's shedding all their weight, starting a new year. This is going to be a great time to jump in and see what you got to offer. But so we just want to dive into the 302 area and the lifestyle and how that's impacted you. So what brought you to the 302?
Well, so originally my family has had a house in Middlesex Beach since 1974. So I've been coming down here my entire life. We would spend the summers here. And, when my wife and I decided to move from the 703 area, right? I went from 703 to 302. That busy, crazy lifestyle of, the metropolitan area. We didn't want to move. We both love the beach. She's originally from Rhode Island, and I grew up coming down here and just, I loved it my entire life. And when we decided to move, this was kind of just a no-brainer. When we first moved, we moved into our family's beach house temporarily just to kind of get our footing. And then we moved into Bethany Bay and just evolved from there.
That's awesome. So that got you here. So how in the world did you get into fitness and your businesses that you've got going on?
Well, I've always been into fitness, or always been into being strong. I'll be real. I've always been strong. I've always liked to work out. I played football in college, so it's always just kind of been a part of who I am. And when I was in school originally, I went to school for marketing, not for exercise science. Yeah, no, I know. Well, actually, originally when I first went to school, it was forensic science.
Wow.
And then I moved into marketing. And then when, later on, I decided to go back and get my, another degree in exercise science. And I don't know. I love it. I got heavy myself. I was unhealthy for a long period of time. And I know personally the negative effects an unhealthy lifestyle can have. And I don't want anybody else to have to experience that, because you don't have to.
Yeah, man, that's awesome. Just seeing how easily you lose that muscle and that strength. And, it takes a lot of motivation to push yourself, and having someone there to having someone there to push you really, really changes your life. So you started your business. What's your favorite things about being in the 302 area code, about being in business, the people in the area, stuff like that?
I would have to say the people. Most, from my experience in the DC metro area, I'm not going to say that people aren't cool and nice and stuff like that. But, here, if you wave at somebody, they wave back. There, they don't. It's a very, there's a vast difference in personalities. Of course, you'll have your conflicting personalities everywhere, but people here just seem to be much more supportive and community based. I was in the Scouts, and the Scouts were always about community and giving back, and it just kind of seems that, especially within the realm of the business owners within the area, even, let's face it, there's competition, but even within that competition, we all seem to want each other to succeed in one way or another. And in terms of being a business owner, that's probably one of the things that I like the most.
Yeah.
But of course, I'm a beach guy. I like laying on the beach and chilling. Although I do have to say that this time of year is my favorite time of year.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's probably one of our favorite things too, is we make it down to the beach at least 5 minutes a day just to kind of just unwind and relax, just enjoy it. So here's a challenge. What's your biggest mistake in business so far in the 302?
Being indecisive. I think being indecisive, having too many ideas, trying to get everything to work all at once instead of saying, okay, this is the direction we're going to go right now. Stick with it, perfect it, and then move on. I mean, even now I still struggle with it because I get so excited. I'm so impulsive that I feel like I've got all these crazy ideas and I'm like, oh, we can do this, we can do that, we can do this. And then suddenly there's too much going on. And I'm like, ah! Now, luckily, I've been able to hire a staff who's helped me kind of corral me just a little bit. But I definitely think my impulsive behavior has probably set me back a time or two.
What do you think you've learned from that? If someone is coming into the area, they're ready to start a business or already in business, what's something that they could take away from that, where you've learned from it that maybe you could save them from years of even me?
Take your time.
Take your time. I like it.
Take your time. Take your time, because nothing good comes fast.
That's good.
That's a good one. Yeah. Well, I wanted to ask you, Erik, I know that you have, several or different kinds of clientele. What's your favorite type of clientele? I know that, I guess where I'm getting at is like fitness is not just for the young people anymore, right?
No. So, that's kind of that's a tough question for me now, because, with everything that's going on, one, I have a I don't want to say a soft spot, but I have a large passion for helping people who are a little bit more experienced in life because of a personal situation with my mother. She's not exactly the epitome of health. She's got some issues because of it. But I really like to work with seniors. I like to show them that there is absolutely zero reason to be afraid of the gym. The importance of exercise for seniors is so profound. I cannot even explain it. However, that starts now. Right? So if you're a senior later in life and you've got pain, you have metabolic syndromes, you have all sorts of different comorbidities, that didn't start when you were a senior, right? It probably started when you were in your 30s, 40s, 50s, and it just kind of unraveled and got out of control. It's never too late. It's never too late, ever. But so I mean, I enjoy working with everybody, but I get along with the seniors quite a bit.
What would you say to those people that are a little shy? Like, let's say, they're always thinking about it. They've been thinking about it, but they're afraid of the gym, of being in the gym. Like, what do you say to those people? And I know you have a lot of people. So what makes yours, different than the gym out there that people are so afraid of?
I feel like we're significantly more unique than, and I won't name specific facilities in the area, but the other facilities, they're your gym membership type thing. You've got the key card, you go in and you just, the doors open up and there's all this stuff and you've got absolutely no idea what to do with it. You look at the little pictures and you're like, all right, well, if I do this and I do that, it's going to work there. We're different in that we guide you every step of the way. We're not a gym. We're a training facility. We are with you, almost 100% of the time when you're exercising. Now, we do have clients who we give homework assignments and we do remote programming with. We have an app that people use and they can come in and do that stuff. But we're not a membership-based facility. We're a training facility. So it's unique in the respect that there's never a lot of people in there. So you don't ever have to worry about people watching you, judging you, saying like, what the hell are they doing? You know, you're guided one-on-one, or, you know, we do have the semi-private, but there's never any more than 5 people. So it's a little more intimate, I would say, versus, you know, hopping up into a gym and just having 60, 70, 80 people in there doing their own thing.
Yeah, that's a great question and great answer. And and it's a good thing you got a soft spot because this is one of the retirement capitals of the East
Yeah.
Coast. So
Yeah, which honestly I did not know when we first moved down here. I
yeah, we
didn't
didn't know
know.
either.
I mean, I didn't. I mean, I guess you think in a resort town, it would just sort of, you would innately be like, oh well, there's probably some retired people here. But I never even thought about it. I never even thought about it.
Yeah, and just a little experience just coming in with your shop. I mean, that's something that we experienced too. You know, you didn't feel judged, or sometimes we go to the gym and it just gets mundane. You keep doing the same workouts over and over, and you don't really get any results. So just coming in for a little bit, and you really kicked my butt. But
And then people stop. You know,
yeah,
they don't know what to do, and then they stop, and it's just not good. And then it's culminative, right? It keeps rolling.
So any advice, Eric, for people moving to the area? Not just retired people, but just anybody in general moving to the area. How can they connect to you?
I mean, you can always connect with us via Facebook or email, call the studio. My advice to people coming down who are interested in, you know, training and working with a personal trainer, do your research. There are a lot of personal trainers in the area, and there's a lot of highly qualified personal trainers in the area. Obviously, I'm a little biased to our facility. You know, do some research, try to understand what you're getting when you're working with a trainer. Like exactly what you're getting. Like before, I think that was another mistake, going back to one of your questions from before, is we didn't exactly tell people exactly what they should expect. And now we have a client journey where, you know, you come in, you do your assessment, you decide whether or not you're comfortable with the facility and whether or not you want to move forward. Then you meet with a certified nutritionist to go over and review everything that you're wanting to get out of your training and your nutrition. And then we have 30, 60, and 90-day follow-ups on an in-body machine to make sure that you're being successful. I think a lot of times that's not done, and we didn't do it previously. And I think that's why we get a lot of results that we do now, because we're diligent in making sure that people are happy. And if they're not, why? How can we fix it and move forward?
Man, so let me get this straight. I'm gonna put it in my own words. Tell me if I'm wrong. So, because we were from Vegas and California, and we've been in gyms all over the place, and I've never experienced anything like yours. So you're telling me that people can come to the area. They may be, you know, a little more wiser, so forth, and may have slacked on the exercising for a while, but they can come in. You kind of dedicate time with a one-on-one thing to make sure that you cater to what they need. You
Yes.
also look out for their nutrition, which is a huge thing. So you
Have
set
to.
them up with something with nutrition. Then also you have a way of tracking what they're actually doing, so you can tweak their workouts to make sure that they get results.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow.
Because we don't do it based on the scale, right? Because if you step on the scale, all you see is a number. Well, what does that number mean? You know, your weight can fluctuate. I mean, me personally, I can fluctuate literally 5 to 15 pounds within a week, depending on what I've eaten, how much water I'm retaining, blah, blah, blah. The in-body machine allows us to view your adipose tissue, your lean muscle mass, how much water you're retaining, to give us a clear picture of, yo, Dylan, how many cookies you've been eating, bro? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, we can adjust based on that. And our assessment process, when we do a movement screen. So, you know, a lot of people don't even realize, and we've gotten much, much more efficient at this in terms of corrective exercise.
Mm.
Previous injuries, it's called the regional interdependence model. And so, like, let's say you broke your ankle when you were 6. That could stem into knee issues, hip issues, back issues. And we look at your kinetic chain to see, okay, where are they having issues? Then we go through a whole series of, I could get real deep into it, but corrective exercise, fix those issues you may have, and then move forward.
Wow, man, that is huge. And not only just working out, but you've also got you're linked up with a bar thing going on right now. You've got some online stuff. You've got some exercise bikes. Wow, that's tell me a little bit about that stuff. You got everything.
Now, I realize what we can do for people, and we've literally changed people's lives forever, not just with weight loss, but pain and stuff like that. And I think we offer an enormous value, with everything going on and in the world with COVID and all this stuff. We're very diligent in taking care of the studio and our capacity and stuff like that.
Wow, man. So it sounds like people would be pretty crazy not to hook up with you. Check out customfit360.com.
Facebook.
And Facebook, all that stuff. You're on there. They can check you out, kind of get a glimpse of the Erik man. Boom. Hashtag boom.
That's right.
Before they even come. So get a little glimpse of your personality. You bring the energy. I think that's really important. So thank you, man, for impacting the community. And
I appreciate it.
Thanks, man.
All right. Cool.
And you did awesome, and have a good night.
Are you living the Delaware Beach lifestyle? You can't live at the beach and do nothing. This up-and-coming year-round area has lots to offer. Find out where to eat, play, and serve. Living the ultimate dream. Dig it, subscribe, and tell a friend.